All right, so this is what I like to call the four-way stop when you are dealing with these linear equations. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna draw a line going down the equal sign, and you're gonna draw a line going across.
Okay.
And we call it the four-way stop because it's kind of like a coordinate plane. If you can see, it's basically four different boxes. And each of these boxes, you're gonna do a different operation. Okay, so pretty much the whole idea of algebra, we're trying to figure out what is the variable. Okay, so we're trying to figure out, all right, what's this number for n? Okay, sometimes we can do this math in our head. I'm not sure if you can do this problem in your head, but that's cool sometimes. But it's better to just understand the steps and know how to answer these with steps. Okay, so I'm trying to get this variable by itself. Okay, we use inverse operations. Okay, to isolate variables. When I say isolate it, that means to get it by itself. Okay, so a fraction is the same thing as division. So what's the opposite of division?
Multiplication.
Good. So we're going to use multiplication to free up this n. Okay, so for instance, if I had 1/8 and I wanted to free up this fraction, I would times it by a whole 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would give me 1. So,
No, cancel out.
huh?
It'll cancel. It'll cancel out the
Cancel
8.
it out. Good. So when I'm doing n over 10, if I times this by 10, okay, that would
Mm-hmm.
get rid of our denominator. Now, what I do on one side of the equals, I have to do to the other one. So since I times here, I have to times on the other side of this equal as well. Okay. Now I can bring this variable down, it's by itself. Then I can solve 3 times 10.
Mm-hmm.
What's 3
That'll
times?
be 30.
Yeah. And we don't have a coefficient in front of our variable. So that would be our answer.
So 9 equals
Like
30.
the most basic of basics.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the same thing here. Kind of start with our four-way stop. And I have b over 2. Okay, that's a fraction. Fraction is the same thing as division. The opposite of division is multiplication.
So multiply that by 2. You cancel out. Do the same on the other side.
Good. You know, times our other side by 2 as well.
Do you get 8?
Good. We can bring our b down and so on. Good. All right, now this one here for 17 is a little more challenging, okay, because we have x over 2, but then we have this extra number of negative 10. Okay, so Bree, what's the first thing you're thinking of doing in number 17?
Getting rid of the fraction.
So we got x over 2. So yes, we try to figure out, like our main goal, x. I'm trying to figure out what you are. Okay, but what's different from number 17 and 15 and 16 is I have an extra number. Whenever you are dealing with an equation and you are given an extra number, or you have to simplify because there are more than one number in variables, you have to get rid of that first. So
Mm-hmm.
before I even deal with this fraction, I'm going to add 10.
Yeah.
Add 10, it's going to get rid of it here. Okay. But we're going to have to add 10 on the other side as well.
And that would be 25.
So negative 15, we got negative 15 plus 10, not 15 plus 10.
Oh, yeah, negative.
It's
Got
like
it.
saying you owe me $15, you gave me $10, but you still in the hole how much?
That'd be -5 or -25.
Okay, negative 5. Okay, negative 15 plus a negative 25. I mean, negative 15 plus a negative 10 will give us negative 25
Yeah.
because there's two negatives on opposite ends. So keep the sign, add them up. But for negative 15 plus 10, okay, it would have just been -5. All right, going back to 17, okay, bring down x over 2. So now I got x over 2 equals -5. All right, now what you think?
Multiply 2. Multiply 2. Well, you can cancel out by 2.
Good, so I'm going to multiply 2, and same for this side. So we get rid of our fraction, and it's going to give us x
Wait,
equals, what's -5 times 2?
would that be 10?
Negative 5 times 2.
Yeah, negative 10.
Negative 2. Not bad. All right, same for this next one. Okay. Four-way stop. Some teachers teach it this way, some don't. But like I say, even if you don't use the lines, if you use a similar structure to answering these problems, it makes it a lot easier. All right, Bree,
Mm-hmm.
first thing we're going to start with this.
Get rid of the negative 8
Good.
by
So
adding 8.
negative 8 is positive 8. You want
Yeah,
to do that on both sides.
cancel out. And that would be 9.
And we got to bring this b over 2 down. Okay. Now what you thinking?
And then you should multiply by 2.
Good. So we got b over 2. To get rid of that fraction, we'll multiply by 2 on both sides. That's 2 times 9.
That would be 18.
Good. Good job. All right, I'm gonna skip number 19 because you got that for the most part. Now, if I'm given a problem like number 20 where I got a number outside parentheses, what would be the first thing I got to do to answer this problem?
To distribute the property.
Yeah, distributive property. So negative 4 times 6.
Negative 4 times 6. That would be, make sure that, would that be negative 24 or positive 24?
Good. A negative times a positive is a negative. So it's negative 24. And then what's negative 4 times a?
Negative 4 times a, 4 over, it's negative 4.
Negative 4a.
No, yeah, negative 4a.
So now we got negative 24 minus 4a equals negative 44. So now that I have distributed and it's simplified, I can use my four-way stop. Okay, good. What's the first thing I want to do?
Get rid of that 24, that negative 24 by positive
So
24.
good, add 24.
Cancel out.
Add
Do the same thing on the other side.
2. Good. So I can bring my negative 4a down. And then equals, now what's negative 44 plus 24?
That would be 6. Would that be 68?
Mhm.
Negative 68.
Uh-uh. Okay, so I got a negative number and a positive. Okay, 44 is a bigger number, but it's negative. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
whenever I got a negative and a positive number, you can focus on which number is bigger. Okay, so the negative is bigger, so my number will be negative. Now I can
Okay.
just subtract. What's 44 minus 24?
That would be 20.
So negative 44 plus 24 is negative 20. Okay,
Got it.
now what you got to do?
Oh, now what you got to do? Oh, yeah, you got to divide
Divide by,
at 4.
mm-mm,
No. Would it be? No.
not 4,
20.
negative.
Negative. Yeah, negative 4.
Coefficient is negative 4. So we're going to divide by negative 4 on both sides. Now, what is negative 20 divided by negative 4?
Would that be a positive 5?
Good job. All right, this is going to be our last one, number 21, and then we're going to move on and work on some reading stuff.
Okay. Oh, you want to do distributed property.
Good. So it's going to be 50 equals. Now, what's negative 5 times a negative 4?
Positive 20, or would it
Yeah,
still be
two negatives are positive. Good. And then what's negative 5 times k?
negative 5k?
Good. So you can't simplify that anymore. So we can go ahead and solve for k. All right. What you thinking?
We should. Oops, hold up. That line got cricket. We should. We should get rid of it. We should get rid of 20 by negative 20 by.
You want to subtract 20?
Yeah, subtract 20.
Yeah. You want to subtract 20 on this side?
Same thing on the other side. That'll be 30.
Good. And that's a negative 5K. So 30 equals negative 5K.
Now you're gonna divide by negative 5. And you should get. What would it be? Negative 6.
Good job. Good. Good. Take a picture of this.